Live from the new media studio here at beautiful Valley High School, this is Falcon Flash. Good morning, students and staff. Today is Tuesday, April 9th. For our patriotic observance, we will turn back time to this day in 1865 when where at Virginia, Confidential General Robert E. Lee surrendered his 28,000 troops to Union General Ulysses S. Grant, effectively ending the American Civil War. Forced to abandon the confidential capital of Richmond, blocked from joining the serving force in North Carolina, and harassed constantly by the Union cabinet, Lee had no other option. The great general spoke of their service in the Mexican War and then said about the business at hand. Grant offered generous terms. Officers could keep their sidearms and all men will be immediately released to return home. Any officers and enlisted men who owned horses could take them home. Grant said to help put crops in the field and carry their families throughout the next winter, and these starving men would be given Union rations. These terms, said Lee, would have the best possible effect upon the men and would do much towards consolating our people. Shushing a band that had begun to play in celebration, General Grant told his officers, "The war is over. The rebels are our countrymen again." Although there was still confidential armies in the field, the war was immediately over. 4 years of bloodshed had left a devastating mark on our country. 360,000 Union and 260,000 Confederate soldiers have perished during the Civil War. Let's learn more with this video.
Today is the 150th anniversary of an event we all learned about in school. It saved a young and struggling nation from division. Tonight, David Martin takes us back to where it all happened.
It was just a red brick house at a little crossroads in Southern Virginia, until the winds of war turned it into one of the most important places in American history, Appomattox. a place author Jonathan Horn says no one should ever take for granted.
It's so easy to look at Appomattox and forget that nothing was inevitable at that moment.
In these fields just outside town, General Ulysses S. Grant and 65,000 Union troops cornered General Robert E. Lee and his remaining force of 30,000 starving Confederate soldiers. The Gray Fox, says Ranger Patrick Schroeder, had finally been run to ground.
He said he would rather die 1,000 deaths than go have to meet with General Grant.
What did he think was going to happen to him?
He expected to be General Grant's prisoner.
At 1:30 in the afternoon, Lee and Grant met.
What's at stake when these two men sit down here?
What's at stake is the future of this country. Will we be one country again?
After 4 years of war and 700,000 dead, the man known as Unconditional Surrender Grant wrote out the terms he thought President Lincoln, with his promise of malice toward none and charity toward all, would want.
Grant offers very generous terms. He's not going to punish the South. He's going to parole these soldiers and allow them to go home.
It was over in 90 minutes. Lee called for his horse.
General Grant takes off his hat to General Lee as he's riding by, and the rest of his staff follows in that salute, as you will, and General Lee doffs his hat to General Grant as he rides away.
And then what does he tell the troops?
He can barely speak, but something along the lines of, go home and become good citizens.
Union troops begin to fire their rifles in the air, and eventually artillery began to fire salutes, and Grant orders it stopped. He says, stop the firing. The rebels are our countrymen again.
Headlines trumpeted the news. The end. Union victory. Peace. But one in particular captured what really happened in those 90 minutes. Our nation redeemed. David Martin, CBS News, Appomattox, Virginia.
And that's the CBS Evening News for tonight. For all of us at CBS News all around the world, good night.
And now here's Solace of today's Falcon Flash.
Thank you, Brian. Good morning, Falcons. Here's today's Falcon Flash. As a calendar reminder, we have some special bell schedules coming up. Tomorrow is our monthly modified day, so we are out of school at 12:26 p.m. or evening. Thursday is block day for testing, so we will have period 0, 2, 4, and 6. On Friday, we will be on the flip side of that block schedule and attending periods 0, 1, 3, and 5. Don't forget that Friday is also officially marks the end of the grading period, so everyone keep your grades up and keep focused on your education. Yesterday, we told you about the table setting competition done by the students in Ceramics 2. Unfortunately, we missed out on seeing the pictures of the winning tables of the team, so we're going to try this again. The competition was fierce, and 2 teams took the top votes. Best collaboration and overall design goes to Monica Mora and Noemi Nieves and Victor Castillo, who created an enchanted forest theme. The People's Choice goes to Team Spring Garden, created by Monica Martinez and team members Jose Rodriguez and Fatima Glad. Congratulations to both teams. Hey, juniors and seniors, prom tickets have been selling well, and we have plenty left just in case you haven't purchased yours yet. The tickets are still $90 until Friday, and they go up to $95 next week. April 19th is the last day to purchase your ticket, but why wait until then? Get yours today. Now here's Brian.
The boys and girls track and field team lost a close meet against Anaheim yesterday, but there were still some standout performance. In the boys' cross-off events, George Murillo was first place in the shot put, second place in the discus, while Eric Cervantes was second in the shot put and first place in the discus. And Marco Pina was third in both events. And Oswaldo Ochoa was first in the 800 meter, first place in the 1600 meter, and second place in the long jump. In the girls' JV events, Damaris Reyes took first place in the 1600 meter. Adriana Torres was first place in the 800 meter. Fiona Dye was first place in the shot put, and Priscilla was second place in the 200 meter and first place in the 100 meter. In the girls' varsity competition, Noeli Trujillo was first place in the shot put. Mayela Barajas was first place in the discus. Perla Campos finished second place in both the shot put and the discus. And Yarlene Navas swept the discus events, getting first place finish in the 800 meter, the 1600 meter, and the 3200 meter race. And in the boys varsity competition, Carlos Verduzco was first place in the shot put and second place in the discus. Jesus finished first place in the discus. Ivan Pena won the 400-meter race. Pablo Santana was first place in the 300-meter hurdles and third place in the 800-meter race. And Jose Magaña won the 1300-meter and also the 1600-meter with an incredible time of 4 minutes and 27 seconds. On Wednesday, the team looked to bounce back with a win against Century. Good luck, Falcons. Anaheim High School is here on campus today to play the Falcons in both volleyball and tennis. Both competitions start at 3:15. And Magnolia High School is here for softball action, also starting at 3:15. Let's all get out there and cheer our Falcons on. And here's Gabby for a little bit of information about ASB.
Before I get to ASB, link crew applications are due this Friday. If you want to be a leader to our future freshmen and set an amazing role, visit room 108 to pick up an application. Make sure to turn into Miss Chant to room 108. Thanks again. Attention Falcons, today during lunch, we will be accepting the last applications for ASB. Again, I repeat, the last time we will be accepting applications. We recommend you to come in immediately since we will be holding a meeting for returners and new incoming members. We hope you guys act soon.
And that's it for today's Falcon Flash. And remember, Falcon Fever! Catch it!